today and yesterday and every other day. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I'm going to start off on a little different chart today. Haven't never really covered this. Just wanted to take a look because this is a good example of what tends to happen in these crypto markets. I've seen it happen a number of times. And so this is Matic against the Bitcoin. And this is one of these coins that's had a lot of hype lately. It had some big moves. It's been the new latest and greatest thing. And there's just a lot of talk behind it. And usually when you start hearing all that stuff, it's too late and the price starts to go down. And if you look at this chart, this is just an example of this potentially playing out right here. This is the weekly chart. You can see we're below the 20 and the 21 EMA. We're on the 100 SMA, below the 50 SMA, and a long-term bearish divergence playing out here. I don't know if this is a bear flag. This could come back down here and just lose a lot of its value against Bitcoin. I'm not saying this is a bad project or anything. It's just I've seen this play out many times in the crypto markets. All these coins get a bunch of hype and then they just roll over and flatten out for a while until the new shiny object comes up and gains everybody's attention. So just a thing to keep in mind. The charts are always gonna reflect what's actually happening more than some talk on some internet platforms anywhere. So I look at this and I see a chart that came up here, double topped, failed to make a higher high, and is starting to roll over with a long-term bearish divergence and very little volume. So I see this and I would expect more downside and very little support in this area. So this is not looking that great to me. Again, I could be wrong, but so could everybody else. So moving right on to the Bitcoin dominance, you can see today we're just kind of hovering around this 47 level. Couldn't really get above this resistance. We got the total market cap over here just going sideways, tightening up. So not much new information here. Not a whole lot has changed in the crypto markets. If we take a look at Bitcoin, we are just trucking along sideways. We're still in this Bollinger Band squeeze. I put on a new indicator here today. So this is MOMS, just short for momentum. This is the original momentum indicator. And if you line this up with these Bollinger Band squeezes, you can see it's not perfect, but it can give a bias on the direction of the break. So you can see right here, let me get that off of there. So we're below here, and then the momentum line goes down below the zero and the price moves down. You can see here we have our squeeze as denoted by the low reading on the BBW, and our momentum line is above the zero and tilting up, and after that the price ran up. Same example here. We got our squeeze, uptick on the momentum, and price moves up. So this is just another way to look at this, adding another dimension to the Bollinger Band squeeze and getting a bit of a clue on the direction of the break. You can see here below, price moved down, but this one here, price above, price went up as the momentum line was moving up. So just another way to look at this, get some more information out of this. You can see currently our momentum is going below the zero line as we are coming out of this squeeze. That would suggest that the break is to the downside. Again, this is not 100% accurate, but nothing in charting or technical analysis is. It's just a way to get a different read on things. Moving on to Ether, I just wanted to show a cool little indicator, PMO, Price Momentum Oscillator by Everget. Thank you, whoever that is. This is just a cool, simple little indicator. If you go to settings, inputs, and you click on apply ribbon filling, and then you just get a real simple green and red oscillator. And you can use this for just signals, real simple, clear, easy to read, and very useful. Let's throw a different chart on here. Bitcoin. You can see we line this up here. So we would have got a signal here, pretty much got the bottom. This is a bit of a fake out for a couple weeks, but pretty much nailed the top here. Another little fake out here, but you get the idea. Just a simple, easy, clear way to look at bull versus bear. Works on any time frame. Again, the smaller the time frames, the more signals you get, and the more false signals you will get. Kind of similar to the MACD, but just real clear cut and easy to read for anybody that wants to play around with that. Moving on to our Ether chart. So we were looking at this yesterday. We had our rising wedge, expecting a bit of a rollover. You can see price is just slightly ticking down. We still have our bearish divergence on the RSI. See how this plays. Eyeing this area for a potential entry. Looking for a potential 4-hour oversold on the RSI. It's not financial advice, just educational examples. Bitcoin coning up here, still in our little triangle sideways pattern, really tightening up here. And again, looking for the 4-hour RSI to come into the oversold territory, possibly get another trend line situation. We've got a bit of an outlier, but somewhere around there, something like this. Hard to tell exactly when we're going to get there, if we do at all. But big picture, you can see we are still in this uptrend, this up channel. So lots of room for a pullback and continuation. This is the weekend, so low volume, potential low volatility. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin on our bull flags symmetrical chart. We'll see how this plays out. Starting to roll over a bit here. This fresh candle for today. And we'll see how this plays out. We've been watching this descending triangle on the daily RSI. Just broke this level here, the 58, and we're coming down. So lack of support there. Again, these usually break to the downside, and that appears to be what's happening right now. Weekly RSI still ticked up in this 65 level. We'll see how that plays out. So that's all I got for you today. Happy holiday weekend if that's your jam. If not, happy weekend. My name is Mr. E. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Thanks. See you tomorrow.